So, I've been getting videos from this guy that's an anarchist or libertarian, I can't tell which right now, because he calls me a totalitarian socialist and condemns Lenin, Stalin, Mao, all of them. So he's either an anarchist, a libertarian, or a libertarian socialist. Whatever the reasoning, he compromises with capitalism along the way every single time. So I'm just going to give you straightforward why people are too stupid to govern themselves, and why we, in the initial first few steps of communism, need propaganda, need to re-educate people, and need to force them to adhere to the principles of communism. Let me just go into detail about internet forums. That's the perfect example here. It works for everything. When people justify moderators' existence, they say, you can look in my comment section if you don't believe me. Some people will actually say, if we don't have moderators, the internet will degenerate into chaos and anarchy. How? No, seriously, explain to me how. What would be so different from an internet without moderators with an internet with moderators? People would still get hacked. People would still get trolled. People would still say what they're going to say. The only difference would be moderators don't get to pick and choose the winners. That's it. Without moderators, people would not be able to decide who is and who isn't the troll. People would just freely talk to one another. Yes, people would get hacked, but you know what? They get hacked anyway. Moderators don't change that one bit. The only argument you could make for moderators is there would be more spam. So what? So there would be more spam. Is getting rid of spam the price you're willing to pay for your civil liberties? Don't fucking talk to me about TSA scans or anything like that when you're willing to let a moderator decide if you can even post at a board just to avoid that board having some spam. And guess what? They don't do a very good job about that either. So you can't even really say that. And let's face it, why do you need moderators to deal with spam anyway? You don't. Here's an idea. Ignore the spam. Or use programs that can weed out the spam. Your email doesn't need a moderator. Your email has built-in systems to defend itself against spam attacks and distinguishes artificially between spam and legitimate posts. That's what the whole CAPTCHA code is for, isn't it? The reason 4chan has a CAPTCHA code is to prevent spammers. But meanwhile, there's more moderation than ever at 4chan. Isn't that something? So clearly the moderators aren't there to prevent spam. And even if they were, they wouldn't do a very good job of it. So, your argument is invalid. But you don't care. You like the fact that you're controlled. You like the fact other people are controlled. You're a rapist. That's what it comes down to. You're a violent, despicable, stupid rapist, and people that know better need to control you. I mean, people that are actually smarter than you and morally superior to you need to pick up the slack that you're not willing to do. You're too stupid to know right from wrong. You're too stupid to know that moderators are fucking you over. You're too stupid to know what your rights are. That's what it comes down to. And if you don't believe me, then ask yourself why you need a moderator. Not the fact that they exist, not the fact that they might continue to exist, but why. Why do they exist? What would the world be like without them? Are you even willing to consider that idea? Are you even willing to consider the thought that maybe there could be an internet without moderators? And just imagine in your head what that might look like. I assure you, it would not be very different from the way the internet is now, other than there would be less violations of your freedom of speech. That would be the only difference. The only difference would be less cyberbullying, less cyber terrorism, because there wouldn't be someone around to dictate what right and wrong was. There wouldn't be someone around to say, this guy's a troll, let's attack him, let's abuse him, let's call him all kinds of names, let's ban him. That just would no longer exist. So what's the problem here? Why am I having to make constant videos reminding you of this evil when it's so simple to understand? Are you just that fucking retarded? Are you that mentally handicapped where you cannot comprehend? Because if so, then you're not in a position to say anything. You are mentally unfit to consider yourself a human being. So which is it? Are you just unwilling? or are you incapable? And if you're simply unwilling, then why do we put up with you? Because you choose evil. You have selected evil. You have decided for yourself that evil is the preferable option. You're not worth talking to. You're not worth reasoning with. We need to worry about conjoining ourselves, conjoining the forces of people of like-minded. That's why I say form a vanguard. That's why I say join the allies of dark. And we will exist within the party and nothing without the party. We will worry about the party first and last. And while
I'm not suggesting that we are somehow superior to any individual, for the sake of our movement, for the sake of what is right, we will have to focus on the party. We will have to focus on the vanguard. And as more people are allowed in and realize that they do not have to be bound by the rules and dictatorship of moderators, more people will start to see. I think the people that will join our ranks always saw it but felt afraid like there was nothing they could do about it. But there is something they can do about it. And those idiots out there that choose willfully to side with evil will be crushed. And they will just have to be forced to live in a world without their precious moderators. They will go on living their daily lives as if nothing happened at all. Because that's the thing here. If we manage to make a world without moderators, the people that were saying that we needed moderators and stuff, it's not going to affect them. Because all they're going to do is have more rights too. That's what they're too fucking stupid to understand. This is purely to everybody's benefit. But they're so fucking evil and they're so murderous and destructive that they don't want what's a positive benefit for everybody mutually. They want to hurt you. They want to oppress you. They want someone to be able to have that kind of power over you. That's fucking sick. It's sick and depraved, and I'm not surprised that the sort of people that defend moderators turn around and attack innocent people like Fematheus. So, I guess that's it for right now.